They were here, and I want to speak to you about marriage. Like, me personally, my opinion is that I think as a people, a society, that we don't really see marriage as an option. It's more of a must. Like, our parents, like where I'm from Nigeria. The question I always gets asked now is, where's your girlfriend? Where's your wife? Even in church, like, they point to me at the back and start praying for me. And, like, isn't it a thing where it should be a decision that we make, and it's not just a natural thing that happens? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think too much pressure is put on people to get married, to be honest, because then when you start getting to a certain age, everyone just starts getting a bit crazy about it, and all day long people want to talk about marriage. And like, I'm even married, but I'm sick and tired of people talking to me about marriage because it's not the biggest thing in my life, you know what I mean? It's like just one of the many good things that's going on. So I think that too much pressure is put on it, and I think that when pressure gets put on it as well, people start making wrong decisions. And I know a couple of people who have gone through separation, divorce and whatever, and they're still young because they got married to the wrong person.
So let me ask you this. Is it not a case of you were looking for someone, or did it just happen? Like, boom, yo, I met you, yeah, we're cool, let's do it kind of thing? For me? Yeah, like, how did it work?
It just happened, to be honest. I met my husband when I was 18. And
how old are you now?
I'm 25. So, yeah. So, yeah, it just happened. So, like, I've even skipped the whole, like, dating and all that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't date, really, because I've been with my husband since I was 18. So, yeah, I kind of skipped all of that stuff.
So, you see, for example, obviously, I date. That's my life. That's what I live. But isn't that kind of needed to sort of see what you want? Because, like, I know back in the day it was a case of you had your childhood sort of sweetheart like you did, and everything's cool, and that's the person you marry. But, like, now we have access to sort of so many people. There's Twitter, some people there's Tinder, Instagram. People do their own, Instagram, whatever.
There's so much choice out there.
Yeah.
Exactly, so you need to pick.
I think the dating can be a distraction though, well, depending on how you go about it. If you're trying to date too many people, then...
But isn't it a means to an end though?
Yeah.
Not really, because it's like, for instance, your aim is to get married to one person, or if that is your aim, and that's the choice you want to make. So that's like one person's one goal. It's like, you wouldn't go to a football pitch and play football with 5 different goals. You're trying to score in one goal. So it's like, the more people you date, it's like the more you spread yourself in. You can't really give everyone the same energy. You're not really gonna...
You're talking about the same time though?
Yeah, obviously.
But you can be dating a few people at a time. Like, come on, everyone's got options, selections, variety. There's loads out there. Yeah.
No, but hold on. No.
What do you mean like dating? Do you mean like in a relationship, or like just going out
dinners,
cinema,
drinks, and all that?
But hold on, because I'm told that certain girls only date people they see themselves with, and from what I see, I think it would mean that, alright, cool, you see, like, you want to get into a relationship with them and eventually marry them. I get what you're saying, but isn't it a case now that is that what we should be doing or not? Or do you know what I mean? How does it work for us? Because back in the day it was completely different. Do you know what I mean? You were sort of, you dated someone and then you married them. You wouldn't go on so many dates like we do.
Some people go on dates like for fun, because it's something to do. But then you get to the stage in your life where I can't be seen here, there, everywhere with every Tom, Dick and Harry having like these meals and drinks and all that stuff. You have to be ready within yourself to go out dating. Like, for example, like with me, I sit at home, I'm not going nowhere. If I don't like you, I'm not going out with you for just a free meal and a free drink. I'm not doing it. I'm not a free meal girl. So I have to go out there and go out with someone who I'm interested in, or I want to go out with them, or I see a future with them.
Cool.
That's how I date.
Everyone you date, are you thinking, okay, you're someone I could marry?
You look into it, yeah. As I said to you beforehand about being established, that there's someone
what do you
there.
mean? Go on. What do you mean?
Like, for example, I'm speaking to someone, yeah. They're kind of established. I said.
What do you mean by established? I want to know what you mean.
They got a good job. They can't go any lower. They can only go higher, innit? They got a good job. They're self-made, innit? And I like people who graft like that. So I'm thinking, okay, this is the potential, because he's got ambition, he's got drive. Don't worry about the looks. It's what's inside, that substance. So that's what you're looking for if you're going to get married.
Okay.
That's how I see
So once you've got that, you're just
Yeah.
gonna get married, basically.
it. No,
Are you scared of marriage?
Am I scared of marriage? I don't know.
I am.
A little bit.
Why are you scared of marriage?
Because I think what a lot of people forget is marriage is supposed to be a lifelong commitment. Like, we're all in our mid-20s, I assume. So I plan on living until I'm 80, like, God willing. If I'm to get married now, that's more than twice the amount of life I've already lived with one person. That's a long time.
I haven't started life yet.
Exactly. We really ain't really done much.
What do you like?
I think that when this, like, maybe call me a romantic or whatever, but when you meet one person, when you meet the person, the fear kind of goes away, if that makes sense.
I believe that.
So I think that, not saying that it's going to be easy, like you're just going to get like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, let's go tomorrow. Like, marriage is still a big deal, and you still have to get your head around it, and there's still like a lot of things that you have to start considering. But when you meet that person, it all becomes, it makes a bit more sense, and it becomes a little bit easier to kind of see, okay, this is me and you for the rest of our life. We're going to build our lives, we're going to build our family. Like, you can see it because that person's there.
I get what you're saying, but personally, I think for you, things were a little bit different. Like you said, you met your husband when you was 18, so therefore you're still just becoming an adult. Literally, when you're with him, the majority of the things you kind of know about adult life and how life is, you've learned that while you was with him. Now, for someone who's my age, I'm 26, so it's like...
Wow. Sorry.
So it's like, alright, the way I am now is more than likely going to be how I'm going to be for many years to come. I'm just going to get wiser and so on and so forth. So it's like I'm set in certain ways. Therefore, whoever I meet and get married with, they have to accept that.
But is that their fault though?
Of course, it's not their fault, but it's the same way I've got to accept how they are.
You know your faults.
No, but don't you think that now everyone's like, okay, I need to meet this person, like you said, I need to meet someone that's at the top and blah blah blah, and you need to meet someone that can handle you and all these things. But at the end of the day, isn't it about compromise?
Compromise.
You don't compromise.
See, this is what I don't like to talk, because people think that I'm talking crazy, yeah. But obviously you compromise on certain things, like you're messier than the other person, so you have to compromise with how you go about you compromise on all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to character, you don't really compromise with your character, because the character is what's going to be there for the rest of your life. Like, you can compromise on your lifestyle. If someone wants to live in Scotland, the other person wants to live in LA, you compromise on that. But in terms of who the person is, you don't compromise on their character. You don't compromise on even where they see themselves being, because whatever they want to do is going to affect you. So if they want to be like a movie star in LA and you don't want to be that, then that's not compatible. You can't really compromise, because you never want to wake up in the morning, look at the person next to you and think, hold on, I've put my whole life on hold and what have I got to show for it? So you compromise on certain things, but there are certain things that you just don't compromise on. But then that don't mean that you come with your laundry list like ticking it off, because you're always going to grow, you're always going to change, but it comes down to the heart of the person. Like, are they a good person? Do you guys see kind of eye to eye? Do you have a similar kind of desire for where you want to go in life? That's what you don't compromise on.
Cool. Let me ask you like a question. Do you think people still believe in marriage? Like, do they still think it's something?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's obviously
Even if
once
you're
divorced.
old-fashioned, but I can say I'm old-fashioned. Like, I do want to get married, but in this day and age, it's hard because, like, our generation, some of them don't want to get married. Some of them just
more
want.
people are getting married, you know.
Yeah,
More people in our age as well.
I find the younger ones, younger than us, are getting married. That's what I see. A lot of them are getting married, not our age group. Because I see, like, I know many, like, obviously 26 and above. They're still looking for the one. They ain't found no one. No, but I'm sorry.
No,
I apologise, but that's.
I think it's hard. It is hard because I think there is kind of. See, I don't want to say this and then someone that I know start taking offence, but there's a lot of older people who I see are single and they've been single for a while, and there's a lot of younger people who are getting married, and I don't really know why that is. I don't know what's happened in the space of a couple of years.
Because it's rare to, if you find someone, I think now if you find someone, you stay with them, because there's a lot of people.
So what you're saying is that people are getting married because there's no choice and time's running out.
Time's ticking, and the type of girls and guys around now who have less morals and values. there are a few people who it's starting from self-respect, isn't it? So I see a lot of girls on Instagram. You're gonna wife a girl whose ass is all out. That's.
But more people are getting married though, so.
But what more people? Who are these more people? Are there more people like us? Are there more people in general in the
I don't
UK?
have the stats, but I know in generally in the UK, like marriage is coming up, innit? And on top of that,
do you think it's from the church? Most people from church.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have kind of church influence. If you're religious,
but hold on, even with that said, gay people they want to get married.
I think that.
Do you know what I mean? Not to say they don't believe in God or anything, but
that might be the increased gay people.
It could all be that.
No.
I don't want to get into that topic.
No. What I'm saying is, marriage still means something. So as much as you say Instagram people, less morals, blah 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 blah, more people are getting married. So therefore, it means more to more people. So and those people are in our age. So what is it about our age?
Think about this. When you was maybe 18, did you ever hear people say, I don't think I'm going to get married, I don't want to get married?
No, not really.
Do you hear people say that now?
Yeah.
There you go. So I think it all just depends on the kind of circle you're in and where you kind of go up,
but everyone
you live in and so on and so forth.
Everyone I know wants to get married, so I think it must definitely be a thing where it's coming up, but how or why?
I think it's down to when you're ready, and the other person has to be ready too. If you're dating somebody and they're not ready, why are you there?
Or people are settling.
I think that, so this is kind of going to go off, but I think to answer your question, I think deep down everyone wants what marriage represents. Everyone wants that one person who's going to ride or die for them, going to commit their lives to them. So I don't see why it wouldn't be going up, because as much as society has kind of told us that our marriage doesn't work and divorce, blah blah, all this kind of stuff, I think that more people are getting to the realization that you can make it work. It's just that the idealistic kind of marriage that was sold to us through Hollywood isn't the reality, and when people discover what the reality is, I think people are like, oh, okay, cool, I can get with that. So I think that might be what it is, but I'm not an expert, to be honest.
Personally, I think marriage is a beautiful thing. I think like the whole fairy tale ideology behind marriage, everyone thinks that's for them. The reality of marriage ain't for everyone. So it's like, I think in regards to getting married, it kind of depends on who you are, what you've gone through in life. Personally, I'd like to get married, but I don't feel like no pressure, I'm in no rush. I'm not going to rush into it and make a mistake, because I think it's something that should be done once, and that one time should last forever.
So I think it's a good thing that if marriages are going up, especially amongst young people, I think it's good. And I think that one of the reasons why that might be the case is because a lot of us are getting older and we're beginning to understand for ourselves what marriage actually is, whereby before we used to take maybe what other people told us, what the media told us, and for a long time I think marriage has kind of been downplayed in the media and been looked at in a bad light, like people making jokes about, oh, you're stuck with them for life and that kind of thing. So I think it's good that it's gone up, and I think that it's something that we're realising what it is for what it is, if that makes sense. So we're kind of seeing as a generation the benefits of marriage, also the hard bits as well, but we're really starting to understand it, and I think that's generally a good thing.
I mean, who has ambition, they have drive, the same qualities I have. So when they're established, we can grow together and be that power couple. I'm not gonna, be with someone who's obviously like needs support. I don't want to be in that position anymore anyway, because when I start supporting them and then I build him from the ground up, he is my empire. So he's going to end up going off and start building franchises with the things that I've taught him. That's kind of like my business, and I've helped him, supported him, and helped him get a job and things like that. I'm not his mum, because I need him to be established and have that ambition and that drive. That's what I mean. I don't want to support him from the ground.
Personally, I agree with a few of the others, whereby I think marriage is definitely something that people are pressurised to do. But I think that we all kind of need to make our own decisions, and I think that marriage is still very important, as seen by people still going through it. Even people that have gone through divorce, they're going back and getting married to new people, or old people, I don't know, whatever, but they still believe in it, so there's something there. So maybe it's a case of everyone just sort of re-evaluating what it means to them and getting away from this whole fairy tale of, okay, we're going to have a white wedding, where we're going to honeymoon or whatever, and just realise that it's two people living together as a partnership and as a team. And I think once you start thinking of it like that, then maybe there's some more understanding of what the process is.
I think marriage is still quite a positive thing and still quite sacred.
I disagree. I think people there's no need to get married anymore because there's no. I mean, never for religion maybe, but I don't really particularly want to get married. So no, I'd rather be with. If I want to be with someone, I'll be with someone.
Celebrity culture, I guess, is making it feel a bit less important.
If your parents are still together, then you might believe in marriage, whereas if your parents have divorced, you might not.
I guess someone's getting divorced every day, so it's not really anything new. It's kind of boring now.
My sister got married this year, and it meant a lot to her. But I think it's the type of person. Like, some people don't feel the need to get married anymore. It's not like a thing. I think so. Yeah.